Deopatan, east of the Nepalese capital of Kathmandu, are crowded with pilgrims who are traveling to the most important Hindu sanctuary in the country. The old temple district of Pashupatinath, dedicated to the Hindu god Shiva, even attracts pilgrims from India. Each day, there's a seemingly endless influx of pilgrims in their thousands. The sanctuary was not only sacred to Hindus, but Tibetan Buddhists also visited this place, which they revered as Gulang. Apart from several temples and shrines, Pashupatinath also consists of worldly buildings, accommodation for the masses of pilgrims who come here. The precise year that this sacred district was established is unknown, but it is believed that construction of the first shrine dates back to the 4th century AD. The pagoda-shaped Pashupati temple was built in the 17th century and thus highlights the age-old importance of this area. The first building was devoured by termites. Although it is prohibited for non-Hindus to enter the interior of the main temple, all the other fascinating buildings here are well worth a visit. The ghats, ceremonial cremation grounds located on the riverbank, are still used for traditional Hindu funerals and cremation ceremonies. According to Hindu religious belief, cremation liberates the soul of the dead from the body, thus making rebirth possible. Here on the banks of the Bagmati River, and indeed in many other such locations, funeral ceremonies still take place in order that the ashes of the dead may journey to the holy river Ganges. From various bridges, visitors are able to witness some of the religious rituals within the temple district and on the banks of the Bagmati. The ritual washing place of Pashupatinath is located on the shores of the river. The cleansing is not undertaken for reasons of hygiene, but to symbolize both spiritual and religious purification. The river, the washing areas, the temples and shrines, and nearby forests are all important areas of the sanctuary. A number of steps lead up the eastern slopes. The view from the terrace extends across all the major buildings of the temple district. Several holy men known as sadhus are to be found on the eastern side of the river. In truth, some of these men are tantamount to beggars in disguise, while others are indeed wise and knowledgeable. more steps, as well as a beautiful grove, there is the remote Shikara temple of Gorakhnath. The Pashupatinath sanctuary contains a remarkable number of monuments that date back to most historic Nepalese epochs. In addition to a few monkeys, there are also cows in the tranquil Mrigastali grove. In this way, Shiva is worshipped as a master of animals and patron of the Hindu kingdom. Shivaratri, one special night in the year that is dedicated to Shiva, is the most important celebration within the temple district. In springtime, thousands of Hindu pilgrims travel to Nepal. Priests were once appointed by the respective king of the territory in which the temple was located. Here, this right was passed on to the kings of Kathmandu. Over a period of several centuries, the majority of the high priests were made up of Brahmins from southern India. Long before Hinduism began to evolve, the area of Pashupatinath had already been a place of powerful religious charisma, a true holy place. However, written records only refer to the rebuilding of the temples. In the 14th century, Muslim conquerors destroyed most of the sanctuaries. Many myths and legends surround these ancient images and buildings, and they are still very much alive today. Along with its large number of pilgrims, the temple area of Pashupatinath is one of the most important cult locations in Nepal. The huge area, the Bagmati River, and these sacred buildings are still one of the most important Shiva sanctuaries on the Indian subcontinent.